and it's hard to add to what I think were really great comments on where I think we need to go. And I guess I would just say maybe 3 or 4 points. One, I'm going to keep pushing to make us all think about being part of a global movement. I grew up in movements. I've worked in a movement. I think I'm not happy unless there's a movement. So I think you know, I'm going to keep pushing. And I think I'm going to just keep doing what I do best. That's being pushy and obnoxious. And I'm going to be pushy and obnoxious to 3 groups of people. First of all, to our staff at CARE USA. I think when we get back, we want to think about what are the implications for our work. As the largest member in the CARE system, I think there's a lot more that we could be doing to be collaborative, to think about how the things that we do can be used more broadly throughout the system. So I think, you know, we're going to think about what do we do in fundraising that we could do more across the CARE International? What do we do in our advocacy? What do we do in, you know, a variety of different ways, our communications work, et cetera? So how does what we do help to drive this sense of greater coherency? Because we do, as the largest member, have a lot of things that I think could be better utilized throughout the system. Then the other group of people, I'm going to push within the context of being a board member of CI. And I think that it means that all of us who are national directors should be doing the same thing, thinking about what the things are that we do across the board. And I think we're doing that better, but I think we could do more of thinking about what we do that we could share. You know, we talked about things like doing joint site visits, and you know, I think there are a lot more collaborative things that we could be doing. And then I think the third group are my counterparts in the other international NGOs. We meet on a regular basis. We have a retreat coming up in 3 weeks. You know, I'd like to share with them what came out of this meeting. Are there ways that they might want to partner with us in the future, in a future meeting? You know, we have some of the representatives from some of the other international development NGOs here, but could we do more with them if we do something like this in the future? So so I'm just going to keep being pushy and obnoxious and trying to continue to move forward some of these things that I think really have struck a chord with all of us, and see if we can't measure ourselves to, in some ways, that whenever we come back together, that we do feel like we have made progress in being a much more coherent, much more cohesive organization, but that doesn't only look inward, but also forces ourselves to look outward and see ourselves as part of that broader movement. So those are the kinds of things I think I'd like to do.